then that's a fantastic position for B8 to start from. So we're going to see that lovely opening cinematographic as we go through these beautiful green corridors of Ancient.
Yeah, it's really grown on me. Quite like the plants all just creeping on in at the extremities of the map. It's a fun little map. And well, B8, they will be starting on that CT side. So inherently, it does actually favour them. SH1RO going to be peeking in towards mid. 3 players already pushing this position. Trying to take the control. Hkta dispatches the first and the second. Oh, he said he was on to watch, didn't we? And well, all the kills are just falling in favour towards Cloud9. B8, well, they've been overrun.
Yeah, Hkta gets some dualies for free and immediately puts them to work. Inter has a spot of these remaining players, and SH1RO is actually removed by Wrinkle, so Wrinkle will keep an eye on that tally. He's now 1 up on SH1RO. But it's a very difficult retake if they do want to attempt it, and Hobbit is even on the flank with the dual Berettas. It's a difficult engagement from such a range, but he does bring Wrinkle down low, but Wrinkle hits one onto Hkta. All right, that's what we're talking about here. Hobbit looking for this fight onto Amster and is going to go down. So B8, they can't quite go for this round, but they did a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's another little warning sign, isn't it? It's not quite the round conversion, but they're saying to C9, look, don't underestimate us. We can take you down. Wrinkle already with 2 kills, rotated on over as well. Just juggling the P250s about for C9. It was very direct approach, just straight in towards B. Early trades immediately coming out towards Cave. And the shelf players were immediately dispatched of by Axile, who's continuing his good hot form coming into this Backer Pro League.
Wrinkle's already getting me excited though. Those are some lovely kills that he found. He's got the Deagle into this round, so they're not going to be full buying into it. Just going to be upgrading him with the Desert Eagle. Let's see those couple of kills. He can keep his money at the same point. So we'll see if he can be just as potent with that pistol. As C9 spreading out a little bit of control in towards mid, throwing out all that initial utility. Definitely looking around with this Mac 10 in the smokes. Definitely loves to play around the smokes. They're just taking it slow, not wanting to walk into a stack, and there is a stack in play. It's all on the B site. That is where C9 are currently putting a bit of focus towards, but as soon as they get whiff of this, they'll have a read on the situation.
Flashing forward in towards Cave. Even Molotoving out. Hkta's been cleared. That's the IGL of B8 removed. Well, despite maybe not quite finding the stack, C9 are definitely interested in taking control of this B bomb site. Encroaching in even further. Amster has only got USP, but he hasn't been spotted until that Molotov will reveal his position. All the kills are coming in favour, as expected, of Cloud9, and Captain Hkta cannot find anything on the follow-up with the Deagle. Flawless round, already building the bank for the T side.
Yeah, that one goes as expected, but now we get all the guns out for B8. They're going to have the M4s essentially across the board. Amster thinking about what he wants to do here. Is going to be an M4 into his hands as well, so you can get a bit of utility behind that one. For Cloud9, they're going to be running with this Mac 10 from Nafany that still has over. They invested a lot of rifles into the prior round as well, so Inters does upgrade. The rest do keep theirs. Now we get to see the true battle as it's going to be taking place in mid. Hobbit on the outside of this smoke is going to be a little bit of an awkward fight. Alex is going to find that opener. Nafany is looking for something in response, but the smoke's going to slow things down, and Nafany is even removed. 2 opening kills go the way of Bait.
All right, Bait, you got us interested. Good couple of kills coming in. Axel being boosted up on towards the box. Can't quite find the kill over towards Wrinkle. Cloud9 slow things down. 2-man disadvantage. SH1RO still interested in peeking in towards Cave. Space being occupied by Captain Hkta on the jiggles. Got to be careful, because there is a player that's low on the bomb site as well. 3 versus 3. It's an even playing field more towards B.
Wrinkle looking for this fight for SH1RO, and Axel's going to swing out and find one. The second potential was there because he was low. SH1RO is going to spot this player out towards long, and now Axel wants to start to crunch on. Players falling back through the smoke, and SH1RO gets that low HP player as well. So they put it back into the 3 versus 3, put that utility down and plant the bomb. Now the retake, they do have players on this flank ready to go for it as well. So definitely is on.
Yeah, Alex just biding his time. Going to be waiting to regroup with Amster. Could drop in some utility, but SH1RO's good with the Galil headshot. No kit in play, so if Bait wants to go for this, they need to start making a move. 2 versus 2, as Amster does find SH1RO. Suddenly it gets a little bit more dangerous, but Axel will convert Wrinkle. He's the unknown entity, been spotted out on the cross. And whilst this round will be expensive for Cloud9, they still will lock that one in despite the two-man deficit early on.
Yeah, that was a great response from C9. They don't sort of scamper away and get a little bit lost in it, but they do manage to find those kills back in response. SH1RO, the fact that he kills that player that was coming up from ramp is absolutely outrageous. That should have been a free kill for the CT, but SH1RO just spins on a dime. It was a 90-degree spin to find that kill with the Galil. That's the sort of tier of opponent that Bait aren't really used to playing against. And you can see Cloud9, the fact they're able to bring back that 3v5 is that experience on show. And off the back of it, B8 not running with too much here. Got a Zeus. Always love to see a Zeus. Tucked into the corner. This is probably one of the most effective angles in the game you can use a Zeus on, because you have to make a decision where you go. And, well, that Zeus is going to find a kill. Trey comes through immediately. Axel catches off the lurk. Well, they know a little bit about how this one is playing out. They can all group up and hit one of these sites.
Yeah, that's a moral victory.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get a Zeus in the RMR. Bad. Inters is just even holding these rotations. Has got the bomb on his back, but Axel extending his position from shelf. And suddenly, well, all of the kills are falling in favour to Cloud9, as you would expect. Especially on a purchase like this for Bait. Hobbit will lock that one in. It's a flawless start on the T side of Ancient for Cloud9. You guys get a little bit worried in these best of ones. You talk about the underdogs, the unknown entity, but so far, Cloud9, they're doing a very good job of just holding them at bay.
Yeah, particularly that round where it did look like, you know, that 3v5, it looked like maybe Bait were just going to come out with the guns and just really hit the ground running, but Cloud9 about that one and the follow-up. But now the guns come back out again. Wrinkle has that AWP. SH1RO not going to be opting to use that one just yet. No need to be investing it, and he's taking it over towards A. There are a lot of T's moving towards him. That bomb is actually over there. Pop it in towards mid, looking for this fight. Inters has been legged by the AWP, but the follow-up is not there, and Wrinkle has to fall back. The Molotov thrown in deep forces him all the way back to CT.
Look at the pace of the execute being thrown in by Cloud9. So many Molotovs just really leading the charge. Amster can't quite deny the bomb. It is body blocked. So Cloud9 will establish the authority in the afterplant. 5 versus 5, and Hobbit and Inter's been brought down low, but look at SH1RO biding his time, working his way forward. We need to get a move on though, because Bait, they are considering going for this. Nafany catches out the first through the smoke. The spam doesn't quite line up, but that's when Hobbit will try and step in. And look at SH1RO in the back lines. That's the AWP dispatched off. It should be a Cloud9 round through and through.
Yeah, Axel spotting Alex as soon as he went for the defuse, makes that kill all too easy. SH1RO doubles up at the end. That flag looked like it was going to get there a little bit too late, but the smokes were perfect. And by the time that they were able to make the retake happen, SH1RO was in the back lines. Perfectly executed from Cloud9. A change-up going straight to the A site with pace as soon as those guns come out. Catches Bait off guard. Wrinkle, unfortunately, not able to get that open onto Inters. If that had been a kill rather than a leg, that could have been a completely different round.
Plenty more opportunities to bring out the AWP for Wrinkle. So don't worry too much, but hold on to your hats, because Cloud9, they are trying to accelerate out towards middle. So dynamic each time. We've seen aggression in towards B, we've seen the straight A execute, and now we're seeing a layered take in towards middle. Hkta got to be careful. Up close and personal. MP9 actually reigns supreme and even gets a second. That's really good damage done. And Captain Kirker steps in with the Deagle. Cloud9 got to be careful. These rifles, they can be recovered.
Yes, on a light buy as well. That's a huge double up to be able to find both those players. And the fact that Captain Kirker is there as well, even to get the third, is huge. He's not looking particularly confident to go and collect that rifle, which might be the right decision. SH1RO is there, at least on ledge in towards mid. Axel looking to group up with him. 2 versus 4. They pulled off a 3v5 before, and the B bomb side is very lightly defended. You can see it's a 2-2 split at the moment. Beta looking to maybe play retake on this one, because Wrinkle's not even watching onto the side. He's holding the flank through mid. So it's only Captain Kirker here who is actually on the site, and he's kind of tucked in. Might try and swing out on the contact. Axel throwing some utility. SH1RO still hasn't committed to. He's waiting to see if a flank comes through mid, but Beta playing this very patiently.
Got Wrinkle rotated over with the Deagle now. Could even take first contact if Axel crosses on over. Aware there could be a player in the close corner. Wrinkle makes his move, and that's when Captain Hkta strikes. SH1RO left alone versus 4, just to contend with the Deagles, but there's only 15 seconds. He needs to try and plant the bomb, and as soon as he tries to punch in the digits, they're going to try and completely swarm on his position. Wrinkle locks that one in. Bait steal that round away.
Yeah, what a round to win. That was the half investment, and they do it while keeping 3 players alive. It all starts with that double kill in towards Jaguar. They get the third as well, the man advantage there. They've got 2 players up. And then the 2 versus 4. Axel not quite able to find the players he was looking for. He was being so meticulous in his clearing, and it's the perfect time for Captain Hkta to swing out and get that 1 dig, giving SH1RO in a fairly impossible clutch. So perfectly executed from Bait. And now, well, Cloud9 do have the investment, and they're putting a lot of speed to it in mid. Interz is going to find the opener. He has spotted a second player too, Amster, thinking better of that engagement.
Yeah, good job. Just to kind of hold your nerve. Don't swing into the fight. Get desperate for the immediate trade. Bait can just reset into their positioning. Hkta has already found success with the MP9, but gets Molotov back. Doesn't want to get hot toes, so just extends his position back towards the B bomb site, which is heavily reinforced. 3 defenders have already set themselves up. It's just Amps to contend with on Donut as the smokes fly in towards middle. He's got to be oh so careful.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Amster now. Has the smoke that he can deploy. He's going to get forced out. A perfect Molotov. Axel gets the kill in response as well. And that's the A site defense completely prized open. There's even this lurk in place as well. Nafany up on towards the ledge is there, ready to swing if they do decide to rotate that way. So this round looking locked in for C9. B8 aren't even budging.
Yeah, the economy is not in the best state of affairs for this CT side. So holding on to the AWP, keeping it and retaining it in Wrinkle's hands is so instrumental for the success of this roster. I mean, Hkta's even just taking his hands off the keyboard, just taking a little bit of a breather. So if they can bring forward 3 rifles, it means the investment going forward isn't too bad to try and contend with Cloud9. But it's also a very nice response from this T side. It's good that they don't let this one slip. It's not consecutive. They immediately stamp down the authority back in towards middle. And from there, they can just orchestrate an attack onto whatever bomb site they please.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from Cloud9. Exactly what we're expecting from them here. The depth of their strat book going to be 1 page longer than Bait's. No doubt, great opening kill. Wrinkle at least getting to show us his AWP at the very end there, but this is going to be the round where he really does have to put it to the test. Going to have a tactical coming through from Bait. Definitely going to be wanting to assess the situation. Only 1 round so far on the CT side, and that is such a favored side here on Ancient. Try to see if holding onto all these rifles, they are going to have the full investment into this one. So keep my eyes on Wrinkle, see what he can do with the AWP.
Go on then. Show us that head-to-head. SH1RO versus Wrinkle. He's got the spawn for middle, potentially. This could go get a look in. Let's see what B8 are able to comprise together after the virtue of a little bit of a breather. 2 defenders will reside in towards middle. Nafany gets Molotov back. Grenade actually puts him on notice a little bit. I like how aggressive Hkta's being consistently. Just trying to be a thorn in the side to Cloud9, so they can't just have all this map control for free. There is a gap, though. Nafany trying to exploit it. Spray not quite going to connect.
Yeah, it's so important for Bait not to play this afraid. They can't let C9 just run over them. Can't play with fear, even knowing you're going against such a favored team. It's good to see they are taking this fight, not conceding too much ground early. Hkta has fallen back slightly in towards Cave. Nafany is definitely ready for this fight. He's holding it, waiting to see if the peek comes through. Going to be throwing a flash and starting to clear out this position. Not going to spot anyone on the right. Alex is there, and this is where Hkta swings out. Catches off Nafany. That's the opening kill going the way of the 8. Now Hobbit, he goes down as well. Hkta has doubled up once again.
SH1RO, though, gets boosted. Can't quite connect the shot over towards Captain Hkta. Oh, and another one presents itself. Alex lucky to be alive. Rare missed shots, but look at Axile on his lurk out towards A. Will be smoked off. 30 seconds. What did Cloud9 try to do here? SH1RO could be rewarded with his patience, but there's only 20 seconds. They're even going to try and go for this. You see Inter's making his way over towards Donut. There's two defenders here. Wrinkles up, will echo over the server. There's a collateral in the midst, but it won't amount to too much. This is going to be a second round on the board for Bait.
Yeah, no chance here. Cannot get that bomb through. SH1RO has to hold on to the AWP. That smoke's going to fade. Has to be careful he doesn't get caught after time. Although it might have just enough time left on it that he can survive. So going to be holding that one over into the follow-up. Hkta holds onto his AK, and Bait, another fantastic double kill. Hkta is doing so much work for them in towards Cave and Jaguar. This double up onto Hobbit in particular. The first one was a great bait and switch. Great bait, mate. Rate that 8 out of 8. And then the second on the Hobbit is just huge.
It's also leading from the front as well, right? I mean, into the IGL for this lineup, showing his team that we can't play scared. Boost up for SH1RO, peeking in towards long. Continued aggression in towards Cave, spam, not finding a thing for Captain Hkta. Cloud9 looking to reset back out towards middle, try and take some space away from Wrinkle, who's just here tucked in towards Donut as well. But he does miss the shot. Hobbit will strike, gets rid of the high ticket item, and suddenly Amster, who's put on notice, rotations might need to come back over towards A.
Yeah, Amster was looking for that refrag, but couldn't quite find it. Trade kill not available. Now they're going to once again test in towards Hkta's domain. They've got a boost set up here. Hkta comes out ahead. Captain Hkta is here. There is no way into Cave. Cannot get past this defense from Bait. Interns is looking for the fight. Hobbit does actually find Hkta with a nade, but not until after he has gone down. It is a martyrdom kill. Axel now in a 1 versus 3. A smoke straight into his face. Considering pushing through it. Alex. Okay, he's not going to push through it. Sits back, going to wait this one out. Does have time to work with. And Captain Hkta is low, and this flank is coming through from Amster. There's a world here where Axel is able to put this together.
So impressed with this CT setup. Just by how willing they are. Just play their own game. It's what they need to do, and it is working. Because currently it looks like a third round will be put on the board, especially with Amster flanking on over towards ramp. Axel really has no idea. Another good round. Slowly building their way back into the game, round by round for B8.
I love the versatility of these holes in towards Cave and in towards Jaguar. You know, sometimes they're fighting in Jaguar itself, sometimes they're falling back, and they've had two different kind of multiple different setups we've seen in Cave. That time around we saw the boost come through, and you can see that catches them off guard. They're just not really ready for the trade kill. The fact that they double up and there's no response from Cloud9. The kill comes through, but it's a HE after Hobbit has already died. This is great stuff from Bait. You can see why they let this go to Ancient. It's going to be tested once again, and once again, it's 2 kills going the way of the CTs.
This time Wrinkle doesn't start in Donut. He's made his way over towards B as well. Because Cloud9, they have forced into this. Axel potentially to test this sniper up towards the boost. Bullets exchanged. Look at Hkta though, even with this 2-man advantage, he's still trying to get even more purchase from his position. Will be spotted out by the gap. Oh, Captain Hkta gets caught out with utility in his hands. Got to be careful for B8 because it's now an even playing field. 3 versus 3, bomb planted, but the retake it is on. Look at them, they're all flanking from the same position. Trade space is going to be good here.
Yeah, and Axel's getting information. He's pushed up towards CT. A smoke goes down as well, so they don't have to worry about that position for a while. They can focus their attention on this flank that's coming through. Intess is holding deep in towards ramp. Amster on the other side of this, waiting for the contact from his team to come through. They're coming out through Cave together. SH1RO has spotted this, and he's looking for the fight. A smoke is going to block off Axel's view, but he's looking to fight through it, and the damage is done. SH1RO and Intess both find a kill apiece. For Alex, there is little he can do. Does a bit of chip damage, but takes some in response. He's going to have to slinker away. Cloud9, they convert that, and that was from that 3v5 disadvantage after the opening came through for Bait.
Again, that's the conversation in question about the experience versus the inexperience. They got 2-player advantage. They're still hunting to try and get more kills, try and lock in this round definitively. Unaware that Cloud9 could be already so far up this B ramp. Caught out with utility, it just doesn't paint the prettiest of pictures off the back of some really promising signs out of this roster on the defensive side. Money has been wearing thin. These rounds have been quite close. Tactical timeout even being called in for Cloud9. 7 rounds to 3. Despite how quick this game has gone, the scoreline is a little bit representative of what's happened here, but still gets you a little bit believing if you're a Bait fan.
Yeah, I mean, you've also got to consider this is the CT side, right? We expect that side to come out ahead more times than not, and you kind of expect it to come out ahead with a bit of a lead, and Cloud9 are already 1 round away from securing the half. SH1RO AWP has gone for the fight a couple of times, not going to be spotting anything. The great utility from Bait, they're going to force him off the line, and they've taken control. Alex, that deep smoke is allowing him to play around that as mid is completely secured for Bait. Just a bit of a change-up.
Yeah, this is good. It just forces Cloud9 into an extremity. So often it's been towards B. Wrinkles rotating over. Double setup in towards Donut as well. Nice position that's been taken. Cloud9 is trying to claw back some map control. Could start with Nafany over towards Cave, but the utility's being lined up for mid. Cloud9 will work their way back into this position. There has to be this hold from Donut. They can really try and contend with this.
They've also got to play right in Temple, so if this is an A-Wrap, plenty of defense here. The spam does come through. It looked like Inters might be able to slip by, but Alex does catch him, and more spam damage done by Alex. Brought down Nafany to half, but they do manage to get this bomb across. Inters coming through as well. This could be a wrap onto A, but Wrinkle has the read. He's set up. Inters has dealt with one of these Donut players, but there's still one to play. He's been brought low as well. Amps is going to finish him off, and here's Wrinkle on the defense. Catches off the bomb. It's dropped straight into his arms, and he gets SH1RO as well. Hkta, the only one left, and Wrinkle is there.
Yeah, that's a really good setup from the CT side. Taking control in towards middle early, and then just completely vacating the space, setting up by pushing quite close in towards Cave and Donut. Just forces Cloud9 into a position where they don't really have any information. You can see that they drop utility in towards those to try and flush out one of the players, but B8 are fully aware and cognizant that the gap could be made in towards top of middle. That's why Wrinkle rotates back over, locks that one in. Okay, Nafany have just the pistol round. Didn't expect it to be this close coming into the first half.
Yeah, while we hop into the Seco, Brandon, I've got a little bit of an update from you for Stream A, right?
Yeah, go on.
It was G2 versus Hkta. 16-0 for G2 on Ancient.
Wow.
Guess who top fragged, Brandon?
Hkta?
It's Gigatag Hkta. You better believe it. 23 for 11, 150 ADR.
God, let's go.
Saving form for the major. But back into this game. The Seco a bit slow. C9 trying to just wear out this utility. Maybe get an opener. SH1RO has this Deagle, but Hkta has now heard it. And Hkta has been coming out ahead in these engagements more often than not.
Alex will find Nafany. I mean, this should just be a 5th round. For all intents and purposes. I mean, you take a look at the purchase that Cloud9 really have. It's a slower round. It's one of these rounds where Nafany can just relax a bit. He can just tell the troops just to calm down. They can talk about what they want to do for the remainder of this half. Already 7 rounds on the T side. It's still a good amount of rounds to just take forward. So it's really not the end of the world. And it is inspiring confidence into this Bait side. Something that they will definitely need going forward for the remainder of the week through this Swiss stage. But now the guns will now be reinvested back in for Cloud9. It's another test for B8 to try and pass.
Yeah, Hkta's been really shining for Cloud9, but in a lot of situations, he's kind of been left as the one kind of standing after his teammates have been falling in some of these opening engagements. Wrinkle is top of the leaderboard for Bait Esports. That's sort of what we expect to be highlighting him as the player to watch. Alex once again contesting in here. Oh, the smoke actually goes deeper than he thought. The Sentry catching him off in Hobbit. This kill should be free. And even sees the second player. What a double from Hobbit.
Oh, even Molotoving out Amster. It's Hobbit's mid. And B8, well, they're trying to live in it, but they can't contend with Inters and the Tech 9. Suddenly Wrinkle needs to hold firm as 3 players walk their way out towards A main. It's the perfect timing. He's not expecting this. About to be shot in the back of the head. Thanks to all of Hobbit's commotion and Inters, he even locks in this Cave player. Captain Kirker will strike back, but it comes at a very heavy cost of his HP bar. Cloud9, it's a very comfortable round all off the back of Hobbit.
Yeah, immediately they're looking to try and catch off Captain Kirk. I don't want anything held over into the follow-up, but with Axel going down, I'm not sure they want to commit too many resources to this because rounds have been sort of eluding them recently, which has actually affected their economies. So Captain Kirk should be able to hold on to this one, which is pretty important when you look at his team. 2 players with 2.5 or so means that a dropped weapon here from Captain Kirk will be vital into the follow-up. Cloud9 finally secure the half. Still a couple of rounds to play. We'll see if they can extend this lead any further. If Bait could get up to 7, that would be a fantastic situation to find themselves in.
Yeah, it'd feel pretty good, wouldn't it? 7 rounds on your CT side against Cloud9. That spray. That's brutal. That's really nice work from Hobbit. Just causes so much chaos. Take a look back at the buy now. Or back in play for Wrinkle. Haven't really seen the head-to-head yet versus himself and SH1RO. Instead, oh, the FAMAS nearly gets caught out. Amster will escape from the positioning at least. Bait trying to contest middle, but look at Hkta pushing again. So close. If he goes through the smoke here, that could be quite dangerous. Oh, Nafany. Hello? Not quite. Nafany actually does spot out. The Molotov doesn't quite burn him alive. Captain Kirker will trade at the very least. Just couldn't see him through the fire, but Captain Kirker makes good work of the advanced positioning that the CTs have thrown themselves into.
The fact that Nafany finds a kill there is incredible. The chaos, he's able to find it. SH1RO, I think he suspects that Captain Kirker is still tucked in here. Going to be confirming he's not now. The supports come through. Alex is here. They want to catch off SH1RO. That would be a huge kill to find, but Axel has found Captain Kirker. He came through from mid. Now Alex has been noted. He's trying to find this fight, and he does come out ahead. Removes SH1RO, puts it now in once again into a 2 versus 3 for C9. Hobbit and Axel, definitely the players you want in this situation, but going to walk straight into Wrinkle. Axel, we've seen him in this position a couple of times, but is yet to come out ahead. But he is the top of the server at the moment, so wouldn't cut him out. Has 30 seconds to work with. Has a smoke as well, and also has an empty bomb site. So he's not aware of that yet, but he's going to make his presence known now with that smoke, and the rotations can start to come over. He's looking to see if this utility baits out any sort of peak, but it's actually working and sending or giving time for the rotation to come through. He's going to bait out the plant noise. Again, no one is picking him. He is looking for this fight, but it is not being presented, and he's running out of time. Going to go for the full plant now, and that's where Alex arrives to save the day. Bait, get up to 6.
That's really well played from the CT side as well. They know they're in the numbers advantage. They don't need to fall foul to the dirty little tricks that Axel was laying down on the server. The little audio cues, the footsteps here and there. Trying to bait out anyone just making a mistake, getting a little bit over-eager. But they sit right back in off the back of being incredibly aggressive by pushing into B ramp C9. They just had no map control going into that round.
Now they're not working with a lot into the final round of play, but that doesn't seem to matter for Hobbit. Charging through with the Tech9 finds one. Alex doubles up in response, but Inters has found a way through. This A-bomb site is actually undefended at the moment. You can see Bait are starting to scramble their rotations over. Captain Kirker has made his way here. There is a player in towards mid in Hkta, but Wrinkle is nowhere in sight, and that's allowed so much ground to be taken here for Axel. Captain Kirker arrives and catches off Axel. Gives him the man advantage. The bomb is going to go down. AK even picked up here, and you can see they're ready for this fight to come through. Utility being thrown through. It's flanked from Wrinkle. He's going to start to fall back and group up with his teammates. Now, SH1RO and Inters, no utility to work with. Just have to come out ahead in these duels. There's smokes and kits galore for Bait, so everything is in their favor in this retake.
SH1RO catches out Captain Kirker just as he's pulling the gun back out of his pocket. Inters with the spam. It was fall in favor to B8, but the experience of C9 will just about overwhelm, keep them at bay. 9 rounds on the T side of Ancient will set up Cloud9 nicely for the remainder of this second half. Will B8 be able to find a response? We'll find out after this short break.
All right, welcome back everybody here to the second half of this best of one between Bait Esports and Cloud9. It was a fairly back and forth affair with Bait able to get up 6 rounds on the defense. Cloud9 now moving to that favored CT side. The question is, can they close this one out cleanly, or will Bait give them something to fight for?
It's going to be a quick one here. Smoke's already being lined up for this A attack. 2 defenders are here for Cloud9, trying to contend with it. SH1RO, you can see he's just tucked in behind this position. Axel takes first contact here. Bait, they need to clear this position, otherwise SH1RO, well, he's going to be in for a number of kills. There he goes, strikes in for the first flashbang. Will rain out. Captain Hkta is aware, but SH1RO, oh, he's doing everything. Even gets a reload into the mix. Still, doesn't matter. B8, they still have the player advantage coming into this. Bomb needs to be planted. Wrinkle close to the smoke. That's where he will meet his demise. Nafany even running through, and suddenly, in a blink of an eye, Cloud9 completely overwhelmed.
What a double up from Nafany. That smoke was fading. You could see the intention there. They knew that utility was going to run out. The bomb had to go down immediately. Nafany catches off one player and then just charges through. The fact that he gets that second kill is outrageous. Inter's there to save the day as well. And Cloud9 get the pistol on their CT side. They can fully invest into this one. And for Bait Esports, no bomb plant means no buy. So this is going to be the eco. We can see these MP9s potentially farm up some extra cash as we get to see Cloud9's full buy here against the pistols. Nice HE. Hkta Axel with this MP9 has softened them up. Be careful with his ammo. You can see him taking his time there. He's going to get overwhelmed, but does get 3 before the reinforcements arrive.
Does his job. Earns a lot of money already in his bank account. You can see it all starting to build for Cloud9 now. Dispatch of the eco, no problem. But as a result, the BA not investing a single penny into round number 17. The guns can come out a round earlier. Their buy is actually a little bit better than Cloud9, who are still wielding double MP9s. So this could be the test for Bait. It's a really good opportunity to establish themselves early in this T side.
Hobbit looking to take the fight to them with this MP9, pushing up close in towards middle. They're going to be able to smoke off elbow here and just contain B8. You can see they're trying to go for a bit of a spam here, trying to fight back control. But Hobbit's just sitting back, wants to play this close angle. There's a bit of an edge there you can, or pillar you can kind of tuck behind to catch players off guard as they push through. He's got support as well because all of lane has been established for C9. Nafany as well getting down to this close combat angle. C9 have really established control early here. Bait have nothing to work with.
No, they've even just set up the MP9s for success. Trying to get up close and personal just on the cusp of the utility. Although, we are talking about utility. Another smoke's been thrown down in towards B. That's the last one that's been used up. Well, Bait, they've just held all of theirs. Hobbit will catch out Alex. Even swings in for the second. Hkta will trade, but it is expensive for his HP. And Axel just steps right in. Drops that bomb. And here's the other MP9. Ready to do the damage. Captain Hkta not even ready for it. Nafany doubles up. In C9. Well, they have a double the advantage over B8.
Yeah, and you can see the importance of having those pieces of control. Bait needed one of those pieces. They needed either mid or they needed B lane because even though Hobbit goes down there, Inters has full confidence that lane is covered. He can swing out from ledge and get that kill for free, the follow-up. And then obviously Axel is also there to support in mid. And Bait have no way to respond to it. They're completely smoked out over towards T-Ramp. And then as soon as they do push through, that's where Nafany with that MP9 is able to swing out. Alex now with the deagle, but for Bait, they don't have a lot into this round. And Hobbit is looking to take the fight to them. Smokes off bottom mid. SH1RO gets a nice kill with the nade, and this one should be an easy cleanup for Cloud9.
Should be. You can see that they have focused more towards middle again, but they haven't dumped all of their utility. Once they establish control over, that's when they try and creep in, combine and collapse from the shelf. But that's a good shot from Alex. And look at Amsa. Look at the ground he's made. The bomb is just walking its way over. Yes, it's fine. Axel has rotated in, but he might get caught off guard. Not quite. M4 will prevail. But it's still a very good bomb plant. No, never mind. Wrinkle completely removed.
It's a difficult bomb plant to get off there. You kind of have to tuck your head in sort of sideways, because if you plant it with your head facing out, it pokes out into CT spawn, as you just witnessed. You can just tuck in enough with your body to keep your head from visibility, but not the case this time around. So this one's going to be Cloud9's 13th. Captain Hkta looking for any kills he can find. Definitely does want to go down, though, because that loss bonus is starting to get into effect. Wants to have that money into it. Hobbit's going to allow that by taking him down. So it's going to be 13 on the board for Cloud9. As expected, this CT side is looking impenetrable. That's where the experience of this roster is certainly coming to fruition.
Yeah, tactical type being called. They know it's an important round for B8. Wrinkle can also purchase an AWP. Be the first little sign of him using it into this round. SH1RO does have one of his own as well. Immediately invests in to that sniper. As the timer ticks on down, though, we are going to get into round number 20. It's a crucial one for Bait to try and establish themselves, give themselves a little bit of a foothold into this T side, because so far it's all been Cloud9.
This really needs to be where we see what they're capable of. Wrinkle, AWP, let's keep an eye on where he's taking that one. It's going to be a 4-player lean over towards the bomb site early on. We can see C9 once again taking that aggression in towards mid. Taking that control for free because Bait are not looking to contest it. Some nice HE damage on the Amster and Wrinkle. It's going to bring them low, and a follow-up does even more damage. There's two players on the side already doing a lot of work. They're just going to go for a contact play. Nafany, he's caught off guard, drops the smoke, and his head is removed. They're going to continue to push up. Inters, I'm not sure if he even caught that player running out, but now he's definitely alerted to it. And Hobbit is here as well, playing around this smoke. Captain Kirker looking for the fight, but Hobbit comes out ahead. And Hkta playing around the smoke as well. Wrinkle fully blinded. Hobbit's able to get that kill. Now they have the man advantage. Hkta looking to take the fight to them, but look at the flank. Alex is on his way through. SH1RO looks sort of aware of it, but is taken down in the smoke. 2 versus 2 now. Axel, he's got the AWP of his own, is going to spot out Alex. He's trying to play around with this utility to find a way in, but that bomb, it has to be defused. There's so little time left, and Amster not yet dealt with, but that's where Axel strikes. The AWP holding ramp, and Intez is going to steal it away with the defuse.
What a round on both sides of the coin. B8, it's a really good approach to going for that contact play and not be scared by the utility that Cloud9 were throwing down. They thought that would be enough of a deterrent, but no, they still keep their backs up against the wall. They take the fight in. And then this flank element as well. It looks like Alex is going to lock that one in, but the most important kill of the round is Axel holding down B ramp. Provides overwatch for that defuse to come in. Well, now Cloud9, they're just 2 rounds away from converting.
Flawless CT side so far. It's looking like he's ready to line up a wallbang there. Not going to be firing off those shots though. Falling back, Molotovs being dispensed, and the HE as well. And yeah, he's put on notice. Falls back in towards Cave. This is where B8 were having so much success. Hkta on the T side now, looking to try and prise this one open. And it's this boost set up onto the boxes in play. This worked for them on their defense. Will it work for C9? The first comes through, and the second, exactly as intended.
A little bit of the taste of the old medicine. 1 kill and assist for each player. 55 seconds left. Wait, get control back off shelf, but look at Hobbit. He's ready for this peak. Wrinkle will actually pre-fire the position, but Hobbit's good for a kill and a half. Trying to make their way through towards Donut, but guess who's here? It's Axel. 24-12. Score leader on the server. Jumps up, catches out 1. Alex will trade. 35 seconds left. Can place the bomb down. But this clutch, it feels a little bit out of the realms of possibility. Trying to reset in towards mid. Does actually catch off Nafany. Okay. There could be a spanner in the works. Cloud9 now need to split up their forces. 1 towards A, 1 towards B. But Inters is Alex ready for this angle? Not quite.
Inters snuck through. Alex has already taken control in towards site. And when he went back towards mid, wasn't as diligent on the re-clear, and that allows Inters to come through. But it almost looked possible. Then he catches out the player on the rotate, and then it's kind of up to him. He has time to go to either side. Decides that he wants to have a little bit more time on the clock, go towards A. But yeah, Inters just in the right place to catch him off. He'd got Inters there. That would have been a 1v1 and potentially a clutch to come through. But instead, it's Cloud9 now up to map point 15-6. Plenty of rounds to work with.
It's been a bit more of what we expected. Coming over onto the CT side of Ancient for Cloud9. B8, they're going to give this one last hurrah. Try and go down towards this A bomb site. SH1RO is holding. Oh, doesn't fire, instead waits. Amster's removed. Axel then steps in, drops the bomb. It looks like it could be the beginning of the end.
SH1RO misses a shot there onto Alex, but gets the second chance. Hobbit finds one as well, and it's all onto Hkta. Nafany finds him, and it's going to be Cloud9 taking the series 16-6 off a dominant CT side.
Yeah, nice little early showing coming in for B8. They showed us what they can potentially bring to the table for the remainder of the RMR, but you're going up against an informed Cloud9 who've got lots to prove heading into this major cycle. And when it swaps over to the defense, it's just too much for B8 to handle. We'll break this one down just after a short break.